with a gigantically famous scope of cell phones and blasting TV division. It's nothing unexpected that a maker the size of Samsung is hoping to stretch out into different types of tech. The organization is not really a novice to the PC scene, however, has moved forward its down as of late with a line of high-profile discharges. These incorporate the Galaxy Book S, which sports the longest battery duration of any PC we've tried. In that capacity, assumptions are high for the Galaxy Book Flex, a top-notch Windows convertible complete with S Pen. How well does it convey, design and assemble, as you would anticipate from a four-figure Samsung gadget? The Galaxy Book Flex shouts premium when you remove it from the crate, while as yet weighing simply 1.16 kilograms. Having the option to fit a 13.3-inch screen in such a conservative body is immensely noteworthy, making the Flex among the most convenient workstations I've tried. Its dazzling plan is certainly upgraded by the royal blue model I tried, which additionally assists it with standing apart from the group. It merits underlining here that the Galaxy Book Flex is a convertible rather than two-in-one. It most certainly feels more like a PC that can likewise be utilized as a tablet, instead of the two modes being more tradable. The outcome of this planned decision is that the pivot is moderately feeble. On the off chance that you're a quick typer, you'll see it wobble a lot, even on a level surface. It likewise implied I was hesitant to utilize the touchscreen until I'd collapsed the console far remove. In any case, this is in no way, shape or form select to the Flex, and the fantastic console more than compensates for it. The material and responsive keys made for a really magnificent composing experience, while the decreased travel implied it was very tranquil when contrasted with most PCs. One minor analysis was that I was unable to get the capability keys to play out their showed reason. That made increasing the volume or changing the splendor somewhat more drawn out. And from everything I can say to it's an issue others have been having as well. Underneath the Enter key, you'll find a magnificent finger impression scanner, which was not difficult to enlist and incredibly dependable. It's a steady employment. The sensor is so noteworthy, as the Flex inquisitively doesn't uphold Windows Hello for Face Open. The 1080p forward-looking sensor is superior to most underlying PC webcams, so it's a bizarre exclusion here. The Flex has a generally conservative plan, so in the wake of including a regular console, there's very little space left for a trackpad. Samsung has adjusted by making it more extensive and smaller than most, and significantly I saw no impact on the route insight. You should interface an outer mouse for additional exact undertakings. However, for general ordinary utilization, it adapted fine and dandy. The power button is situated on the gadget, where it's joined by two Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports, one normal USB-C port, a 3.5mm earphone jack and SIM card plate for LTE network. It's likewise where you'll find the S Pen, Samsung's Bluetooth pointer that has become inseparable from the Note series of cell phones. It's perfect to have it implicit to the gadget, something which is incredibly intriguing among current workstations. Screen and S Pen. The Galaxy Book Flex comes donning a flawless 13.3 in QLED show, at a goal of 1920 by 1080. Its beginning and end you'd anticipate from a top-of-the-line Samsung screen, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. With rich, striking tones and a phenomenal degree of detail, this can be tweaked, however. You would prefer across 5 unmistakable variety profiles. Yet I was glad to adhere to the default auto mode. I had the option to record a great most extreme brilliance of 467 nits utilizing the Spider X Pro, more than by far most of present-day PCs. There's even an Outdoor Plus mode in Samsung's settings, which can build this considerably further, making working external a genuine chance. Nonetheless, Samsung cautions you of the unfavorable impact this has on battery duration. The actual showcase is housed between a few very tight bezels, giving it a great 87% screen-to-body proportion. It upholds contact input, albeit the previously mentioned pivot made me reluctant to tap away while in PC mode. It's uplifting news, then, at that point, that the Flex's screen can turn an entire 360 degrees to suit your work process. This is where the S Pen makes its mark, working magnificently on the huge screen for making advanced workmanship and manually written notes. Utilizing the Bluetooth usefulness to explore a show checks out on this bigger presentation as well. Hardware and performance, not at all like numerous PCs nowadays. There's just a single setup for the Galaxy Book Flex in the UK. The 10th Gen Intel Core i5-1035 G4 processor is matched with Intel's own Iris Plus designs and 8GB of RAM. Notwithstanding, It appears to be a savvy continue on Samsung's part, as the Flex conveys the superb exhibition we've generally expected from the Korean organization. I exposed it to the typical afflictions of my day-to-day work process, which incorporate a lot of word handling, web perusing, and performing multiple tasks, and the Flex scarcely started to perspire. It's likewise capable at consuming interactive media content and, surprisingly, some light gaming, while it probably won't have the option to deal with realistic serious titles or top-of-the-line video altering. For most different undertakings it ought to adapt fine and dandy, as you can see from the benchmarks underneath. It's very cutthroat with probably the best workstations available. As far as capacity, the Flex's 512GB SSD ought to be all that anyone could need by and large. It would have been ideal to have a 1TB choice. Yet just power clients are probably going to have any worries. Battery and charging. The Galaxy Book Flex has a commonplace battery limit 69.7 Wh. It very well may be hard to look at PC batteries, as there are such countless factors that influence how long it will keep going on a solitary charge. Luckily, the battery duration in my testing was brilliant, with Splendor set to around 120 nits by means of the Spider X Pro. I recorded an extremely great 17 hours and 44 minutes of circled 720p video. It's a stage down from Samsung's own class-driving Galaxy Book S, which recorded an amazing 25 hours and 24 minutes, yet well in front of most of PCs available. Also, this can be broadened relying upon how much execution you're glad to forfeit. Windows 10's own power-saving mode will kick in at 20% battery, while Samsung has carried out its own battery in addition to mode to give a further lift at the point when the opportunity shows up to charge. You can do so through the 65W USB-C connector remembered for the container. It was a comparably noteworthy story here, as I figured out how to get 46% battery in a little ways from off. That implies you're checking out at a little more than an hour for a full charge. The Galaxy Book Flex can likewise loan a portion of its battery to others by means of the wireless power share that is incorporated into the touchpad, enacted by means of the FN+11 console alternate route. It filled in as promoted, in spite of the fact that you're left with 4.5W speed and all touchpad usefulness is crippled. I'd possibly suggest utilizing this when you have no elective power source. Softwares. As with such countless present-day workstations, the Galaxy Book Flex comes running Windows 10 Home out of the crate. I'm certain you have a lot of familiarity with Microsoft's working framework, so it's presumably worth zeroing in on the augmentations that Samsung has made. Any semblance of Samsung Notes, Live Message, and computerized shading application PENUP have all been adjusted for work area, while there's a committed application for Samsung DeX as well. Look at the full determination beneath. Include the way that Samsung gadgets are many times first to get new highlights for Microsoft's Your Phone Buddy application. And there are an extraordinary approaches to consistently divide among telephone and PC.